Welcome to the virtual Paint Build Create special event, a STEAM-themed event for all ages, brought to you by Arlington County's Parks and Recreation. My name is Mr. Jim, and today we will be creating a marshmallow build project. Let's start by getting our supplies. You're going to need a lot of marshmallows. That's our main building material. And if you don't have those, you can use erasers or clay. A 12-inch ruler, that's the height we need to get to. Wood skewers, and if you don't have those, you can use uncooked spaghetti. And toothpicks. Many toothpicks. And then a friend if you want to compete. I have the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And then optional is a timer. It will make things a little more intense and maybe more fun. And then confidence, because you're going to make mistakes during this project, but hey, that's the point. Okay, this arrow's 12 inches. I need to use the marshmallow, skewers, or toothpicks and build a structure that can get that high. Alright guys, spoiler alert ahead. You're going to watch me do some trial and error and make some mistakes to try to figure out how to get this thing to be 12 inches. If you want to try a few times on your own, that's perfectly okay. You could always come back to the video. I'm going to set the timer. I'm going to see if we can do this in under 2 minutes. My first recommendation is to just go for it. Don't overthink it. Just do some trial and error. See if you can use the skewers and the marshmallows to build something high. My first instinct was just to see, hey, this skewer is about 12 inches. Maybe I can build it up, and to get it at that height, maybe it will stand. Ooh, not so lucky. Since it won't stand on its own, I'm going to use some skewers and some marshmallows to try to prop it up, and maybe just use as many as I need. Remember, this is just one way of doing it, and I'm not even sure if it's the right way, so you don't have to copy me. You can try your own way, and then before you know it, you'll figure it out. So check it out. I'm using as many props as I can to get this thing to stand tall, and I think it's working. It's not pretty, but it's 12 inches high. Did I make it under 2 minutes? Not quite, but that's okay. Okay, your next challenge is to use only toothpicks. Toothpicks make a much smaller structure to start. I can't get as high as quickly, so I'm just building here kind of like these square-like structures that are slowly becoming cubes, right? Because it's 3D. So check it out. I'm quickly learning that this structure is not very stable and tends to fall over. Ugh, might need to figure something else out. Okay, spoiler alert. I need you to consider the triangle. Instead of using a square structure, I started to build in triangles, and you can see just how stable it is. I came to this by experimenting and trial and error, so I would hate for you to skip all of that fun along the way. It's best if you figure this out on your own. Now that I have a sturdy structure, it is much easier. Remember, the time limit is optional, so you can ditch the timer. I'm starting to feel a bit more confident that I can get up to the 12 inches, and it just takes time, effort, and patience. Oh boy, almost there. Okay, one more marshmallow and let's see if I can do it. I think I got it. Let's get into the steam of why it works. So triangles work in structures because they evenly distribute weight, unlike rectangles that would flatten out. See the points of the triangles? That's what's holding up all the weight. So yay for triangles. They're super strong. And did you know that triangles are the tastiest shape? That's right, the tastiest shape. And I'm not just talking pizza and Doritos here. There's actually some science behind it. Take a look at this diagram. If you cut your sandwich into a triangle and bite it just so, you get closer to the middle in every bite, leaving bite number 3 as the most tasty bite of all. Bite number 4, not so good. But hey, nothing's perfect. So check out more great STEAM activities at the website above. See you next time, everybody.